Good morning, it's Wednesday, February 1st, 2023. It is almost 6:30 a.m. I am very tired. Last night, I went to sleep at like 9:30ish because I took my NyQuil and I was super tired, so I went to sleep. And I slept for like a couple of hours, but then I woke up at like 12 and I couldn't really fall asleep for like an hour, so I just like watched TikToks and stuff, but then I ended up going back to sleep. And now it is 6:30. I'm about to take a shower. I need to be ready for 7:30 because that's when my friend's gonna come pick me up, so yes. All right, that's all, folks. Here you can see my one suitcase. I ended up having to take stuff out because it was over 50 pounds. I think I took a jacket out. I took 2 pairs of jeans and put it in my regular bag, and I took something else out. But yeah, there it is. And then I have a book bag, and that's it. I'm ready. I gotta wear my merch. Okay, this is Future Johnny reporting at the coffee shop after I came back from my trip. Y'all, I went outside because I needed to do my voiceover, and I didn't want all these people in here to hear. So I went outside, and mind you, it's starting to get a little bit chillier. And this girl followed me to sit outside. I'm like, bitch, why are you sitting out here? Because there's all those seats inside. But anyways, I relocated to my car, LOL. So I'm here to provide the New York recap as you're watching these clips and photos. A little sniffly, by the way. So anyways, this is day 1. What would that be? When did I leave? Wednesday, February 1st. So starting, I'm just like syncing this up with the video and photos. So starting now. Okay. Got to the airport. Everything was relatively easy. Like there literally were no lines anywhere. Took the train to my gate. Once I got to the gate, I decided to grab breakfast because, I hadn't eaten. And I got a drink and what else did I get? Like a banana nut loaf or whatever. Decided to work on the last vlog that I posted at the terminal while waiting for my plane. And just lollygagged around. Bitch, why when they called us to the gate or whatever, I rode Southwest, so we just lined up in whatever position we are. So I went to line up, but I left my coffee at the seat because I was like, I'm not going to drink it anymore, but I didn't want to like throw it away. And literally like someone like got on the microphone and was like, did anyone leave a coffee at the seat? We're just trying to make sure no one wanted it before you like board your plane, like if you forgot it or whatever. But I didn't say anything because it was awkward. And everyone was like chuckling. I was like, bitch, I didn't want to finish the coffee. I mean, there was still a lot left, but I just didn't want to drink it. So anyways, got on the plane and rode. I basically had the whole aisle to myself because it wasn't full. And I sat near the back because I checked in late. And it was a pretty normal flight. Bitch, so I like was trying to take a nap, I guess, or something. And one of my AirPods like fell out of my ear onto the floor. And I was like, fuck. So I got on the floor and tried to find it, but I couldn't. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just wait until we're leaving to like find it. Wherever it is. And we landed, so I asked the guy behind me, I was like, oh, did you see my AirPods? Except he had his headphones on and couldn't hear me, so it was really awkward, because, like, everyone was staring at him. But he took them off eventually, and I was like, oh, hey, do you see my AirPods around here? And he looked around, he was like, no. And then he, like, lifted his shoe, and I was like, oh, it's right there. But this other lady thought, like, it was somewhere else, but it ended up being a pretzel. I don't know, y'all. I really caused a scene in the back of that flight. So we ended up landing in New York. It was around noon. So my friend that I was visiting and staying in his apartment, he was just like, just come over to my apartment and we will head into Manhattan for lunch at his office. So he lives in Queens. So it was about like a 30-minute train ride into the city. And y'all know me. I'm not a public transit kind of girl. I'm not someone who walks everywhere. So I was like, oh my God, whatever. Because he wasn't about to Uber. And, it made more sense to take the train anyways, because it was super cheap. So once I got to his apartment, I literally had like 2 seconds to breathe and like freshen up and change before we left for his office. Because I got there at like 12:30 and lunch is around lunchtime. So I couldn't hang out at his apartment too long. But anyways, I freshened up. Oh yeah, he's about to give a tour.
Welcome to my home, MTV Cribs.
Oh my goodness. Show us around, Miss Thing.
So we'll start over here. Oh, I have a visitor. Oh, send them up, Jerry. You can come right in. This is the kitchen. Nothing major. If you know the Real Housewives, I would never have a white refrigerator.
Never.
A couple things, couple sodas, couple bacon. I make you breakfast in the morning.
She got money, she got eggs.
Eggs, all updated appliances, honey.
Okay.
Got a little coat closet here for the dolls. All that tea.
Oh, that's cute.
Is
that poppers?
No.
Is it essential oil?
That is not popper. That is for my humidifier.
I was like,
don't blame me, bitch.
I was like, why you got poppers in the closet?
Honey, follow me this way.
Ooh.
You can lounge here.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Sitting options for the dolls, the couch, the desk. This is where the work happens. Nice little bookshelf I put together here. It's very hard to put a bookshelf together by yourself. Me traveling around the world.
Oh.
Let Scarlett's in here and see if you can find her.
Honey, Puerto Rico, probably.
Yes. And the going away party.
Mm-hmm.
TV area. This is where the magic happens.
My God. If those walls could talk.
At the top. Follow me.
Honey, I left the closet before the bathroom.
Oh, this is where you find the
Oh,
cupboard.
bitch.
Here's another closet here.
Not the best seat in the house.
More. Ooh, ignore the stuff up top, y'all. I need to arrange it. More clothes. As Scarlett said, the best seat in the house. The fucking toilet.
Oh, yes. Bathroom's cute.
All updated, baby.
Yes.
This is New York. Period.
Okay, we're back into it, bitch. Yeah, his apartment was pretty nice. It's a studio. I was imagining it was going to be a lot smaller. I thought it was going to be a lot smaller because you know what they say about New York apartments. It was hella expensive though, or it is. It's like over $2,000 for that studio apartment, which it could never be me. I'm sorry, it could never be me. But, you know, it was still nice for what I thought it was going to be. Like, I thought it was going to be small. I thought it was going to be decrepit because, you know, I've seen a lot of the New York apartments, and this was definitely a very nice apartment. So, bitch, let me go in on this motherfucking job that he has. So, he works for, like, a tech company, and he's a recruiter for them. And, like, since he started working, he has told me about how good his job is, how they have all this free shit. And, baby, I did not know what I was getting into, but y'all are about to see. So, first of all, it's in the New York Times building. I had to go through like 2 different securities to like get to the floor. And once I got in, so it's like a bunch of different floors, but it's like a bunch of like computers set up in like, I guess the computer workrooms, but in the middle of each floor is like this giant cafeteria-esque setting where like people just go to hang out and like do their work at these tables. So you can see in this photo, you know, the people are just sitting there and working. But bitch, this is what's around like as you are working. All of this shit is free. So you can see chips, all free, granola bars. This is the fridge with all the yogurt and cheese. And then here is like the cereal bar, and they had gummy bears and bitch, all free. And here are all the drinks. Bitch, they had every soda and juice you can think of. I was bamboozled. I was gadzooked. This is the ice cream cabinet, I guess. And while we were there, one of his co-workers was hosting a pizza party event. Oops, I had a burp. Was hosting a pizza party event. So there's all the pizzas. And then pretty much people were just eating and chilling. This was like at 5 or 6 p.m. But yeah, it was just crazy because like, okay, y'all know me. I would come home at like 3:30 or 4 o'clock. These people would stay until like 6 or 7. Like, this was at 6 o'clock or so. I was like, if y'all don't go home, like, I can't believe it. This don't make no fucking sense. All these people do is fucking eat and shit. Look, a pizza party they ain't done nothing today. Ooh, sorry, y'all had to crack a window because it was getting hot in this car. After this, we ended up going to see Wicked. So what happened was he entered a lottery for Wicked, I guess just on a whim to see if he would win. And he ended up winning, and it was just me there at the time. My roommate hadn't arrived yet, so you can only get 2 tickets through the lottery system anyways. And I've never seen Wicked again, and bitch, I fucking love Wicked. Like, it's probably one of my favorite musicals, one of the first musicals I ever listened to, like literally way back in middle school. So he was like, tickets are $54. So I was like, bitch, yeah, I want to go fucking see Wicked for $54. So we went to see Wicked. Obviously, I couldn't film, like, any of the action. But, yeah, here's just the... before the show started. And, bitch, we were sitting by Tina Burner. Like, literally, she was on our row. If you know who she is, you know who she is. But I thought that was pretty funny. And that was pretty much the end of our adventure for day 1 on Wednesday. So, day 2, Thursday, February 2nd, we woke up... and what did we do? Let's see. Oh, my roommate is there at this time. We were both staying at his apartment, and he wanted to go to the Brooklyn Bridge and something called Dumbo. I still don't know what the fuck Dumbo is at this point, and I went there. But, yeah, we went to the Brooklyn Bridge. We took a couple of photos. We walked all the way there from the train station. Bitch, I had to pee so bad we had to stop at a coffee shop and order a coffee. Yeah, at this point I also hadn't shitted yet, so I was scared. I was really scared. But yeah, we took photos at the Brooklyn Bridge, and after we did that, we went to a food hall, and I got this big ass like chicken and waffles with mac and cheese. I wish I took a photo of it, but I didn't. And I was so scared I was gonna have to shit. And at this point, we were gonna see the Phantom of the Opera. We were gonna see The Lion King later. So I was like, you know what? If anything, I can just take the train home and take a shit and then come out and meet y'all for The Lion King. Because we were planning on going out after The Lion King. But we went to Times Square to see how much tickets were for The Lion King. And it ended up being $100. And I told them if it was under $100, you know, I would consider going to The Lion King. Because I wasn't that, like, excited for The Lion King. But we get there and it ended up being literally $90-something for tickets to The Lion King. So I was like, oh, I guess I have to fucking go now. So this is in Times Square. So while we were waiting for The Lion King to start, we were just derping in Times Square. And y'all, so as we are derping in Times Square, these people, like, on the right side of the photo, like, they're, like, Asian people, but they had, like, this whole entourage with them, like, a light person you can see on the left who just holds up a light, a bunch of, like, photographers, videographers, people touching up their makeups and everything, and I was like, bitch, who the fuck are they? So I was guessing they were, like, some K-pop people or whatever, just because they were Asian. And, after some snooping around, I ended up finding out who they were. They're in a band called The Last Rock Stars. I think they're K-pop. They might be J-pop, something like that. I don't know, but they ended up being legit. So that was that. We watched some of the people around the city, just like people watch. We went into some stores. Wasn't anything crazy. I've done all this before, so I wasn't like, you know, it wasn't like too impressive for me. Anyways, we went to The Lion King. At this point, I had started drinking at The Lion King, and bitch, when I tell you by the end of the show, I was so fucked up. But I also ended up taking a shit at The Lion King. Finally, thank God. I waited until during the first act is when I leave, because I was like, well, no one's gonna like leave the show to go to the bathroom. So I went and took a shit, and it was nice. Anyways, after that, we ended up going to this drag show. So here's a bunch of drag performances, snippets.
Beat you up unless you want it, and for $500. Yeah. But girls, let's introduce ourselves, shall we? Reba McEntire. No,
I don't know. It's
Don't say Reba. Imagine playing Reba McEntire.
$20.
Anything sexy, like "Love You Like a Love Song" by Selena Gomez.
Teenage Dream by Katy Perry.
Katy Perry. You sing like Katy Perry. Yeah. I love this bitch.
Okay, they also do this really cool thing at the end of the show, which I kind of want to do at my show. So they basically go around getting tips from people. You know, like after they do their number, the show is closing. They're like, okay, well, for our final act or whatever, we're going to get tips from people. And if you give us a tip, you can request a song. And basically, it can be any song. We'll pull it up and we're going to have to perform to it without knowing what the song is. So it can be a song that they're familiar with. It can be a song that no one knows at all. And basically, they still have to perform to it. I think they called it drag karaoke, drag suicide, something like that. But it was cool because, bitch, they ended up getting a shit ton of tips. And then basically for their final performance, they just do snippets of each song. And, you know, like each drag queen will go up and perform. And I thought it was really cool. Like, I really want to do that for my show because not only is it a cool concept, but they also got a lot of money. Night.
Hello, Tubbs, reporting live from motherfucking Hell's Kitchen, New York. This is the gayest area in New York. I'm mad at my fucking girl, Johnny.
What happened? What did I do?
Bitch, one.
What did we do?
All the attention tonight because, you know, I'm that girl and it's my birthday. And these bitches ready to run out and go home. Because they drunk as fucking don't know how to twerk on the dick. That's so annoying. This bitch played out with 5 fucking people. Didn't take none of them home. They whack as fuck. And now they told me they want to leave to go find a hot dog.
What did I do, girl?
This bitch is ready to fight somebody. He don't even know why he was going to fight.
I don't know why.
He don't know why.
I don't know why.
I mean, Twizzlers. I'm a late bitch. I'm still mad at them. They better break it tomorrow. And that's it. Bye, Tubbies. I love y'all.
Yeah.
Soon.
Can we go get a hot dog? Can we
Yes,
go get a hot
girl.
dog?
Okay, so this is me at the end of night 2, taking the train back to the apartment. And as you guys heard, bitch, we were so fucked up. Like, we drank so much after the drag show. We danced, had fun. Apparently, I was trying to fight people. I don't know why. I mean, it sounds pretty on brand for me. But yeah, we also got hot dogs at the end of the night, which was, I think, probably the highlight because those hot dogs were so fucking good. The next day, my friend that we were staying at and my roommate ended up going to his office because my roommate hadn't gone to the office before. And, you know, he wanted to show him around and they were going to get free lunch. But I was like, bitch, I am so hungover. I've already seen the office. Just leave me at home. So I pretty much stayed home for the rest of the day. This is Friday, by the way. And our plan was that they were going to do their thing. I was at home. They came home after a while. They all took a nap. And then we were going to watch RuPaul's Drag Race at his apartment while we pregame and got ready. And that's what we did. And then after that, we met up with his friends at this show called Melanated at The Spot. And it's basically a drag show that consists of POC performers. And it was really good. So here are snippets of those performances.
Was Reno, Vegas, and Carson City, and that was it. There were other places in Nevada? Desert adjacent. What does that mean? That sounds like ocean, bitch.
Back and brand new, like you never knew that you like them thick. I've been carrying this weight in a world beneath these braids, and I'm confused. Would you take the pain that came with all the parts you wanna claim for you? You want my thighs, you want my stride, but not this melanin. You want my hair, but you don't care for this complexion. I'm a black woman. Sweet tea sipping, Nubian queen with the skin that glistens. I'm a black woman.
That melanin. There's some things that I had to do as gay that I didn't have to do as black. I didn't have to come out black. I didn't have to sit my parents down and tell them about my blackness. I didn't have to sit them down. Mom, Dad, I gotta tell y'all something. Mom, Dad, I'm black. What? What did she just say? Oh, Lord Jesus, she didn't say black, Lord. Did she say black? Mom, I'm black. Oh, no, Lord Jesus. Oh, that's black, Lord. Anything but black, Jesus. Give her cancer, Lord. Give her cancer. Anything but black, Lord. I got melanin. I got melanin. We got melanin. 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 I got melanin. I got melanin. We got melanin. 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 And we got some fat ass too. Shake it. Shake it. We can shake it better than you. Shake it. Attitude of HNIC. Shake it. Shake it. Blame it on the HBCU. We got colleges, yeah, full lips, no collagen. No, we got the brains and beauty. Did you give a brain caboose? Yeah, hell no, we ain't easy. Queens need the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Yeah, damn right, we don't play that shit. Yeah, and our men got the biggest. You mad? We got them apple bottoms. Shit, we get it from my mama. Shit, she know 10 years younger. The mother girls age like my mother. Mom, yeah, I'm black. That's just how it is. No, you know what? You've been hanging around black people. You've been hanging around black people, and they got you thinking you black. They twisted your mind. No, Mom, I'm black. That's just how it is. I didn't have to. What did I have to? I knew I should have let you watch Soul Train. Was this Soul Train? It's just who I am. I was just born black. Oh, you weren't born black. I don't want to hear that. You weren't born black. The Bible says Adam and Eve, not Adam and Mary J. Blige.
Oh shit.
Sprinkling the sea makes it all so clean. Maybe there's a chance for me to go back now that I have some direction. This will be nice to be back home again.
And after that, we went to 2 other bars and basically got fucked up once again. If you want to see how fucked up I was, you can see in this clip of me waiting for the elevator. I also decided it was a good idea to have a photo shoot with the free condoms they had laying around. And this was me at the end of the night. Nothing too crazy happened. We were just all fucked up. Apparently, I tried to get into 3 different Ubers that weren't mine, and people kept yelling at me. But, you know, it's New York, baby. It is what it is. So the next day was Saturday. This was my 4th day there. And basically the reason why I went in the first place was because it was my friend's birthday. So this was like the main birthday brunch portion of it. And we went to this really cute brunch place in the east side, one of the east side, I don't know, called Poco. And basically the way things worked is that we had to pay $65 and the brunch would start at 3 until 6. So obviously they wanted to, you know, make sure they had enough room. So they put us at near the end of the day. And we paid a set amount for unlimited mimosas, Bloody Marys, and sangria, plus 1 entree for each person. So, you know, that's what we did. Then after that, we went back to the spot, which was where the Melanated drag show was. And at this point, it was like 6, 7 o'clock or whatever. So it was just like, it wasn't like turn in the club, but bitch, we basically made it turn because we were the only ones dancing on the dance floor. But it ended up being really fun. You know, I met all of his friends, hung out with them. It was just a good night, good vibes all around. You know, everyone was just enjoying themselves. I remember taking a break with some of his friends and going across the street to get pizza. And after that, we were there for a while until like 10 o'clock. So after that, we went to Boxers, which was one of the clubs I was at the night before. And once we got there, we continued being drunk bitches and basically ended the night at 12 because I was like, bitch, I am ready to go. So we Ubered on home. The next day, this is Sunday, my last full day there. Basically, this was just like everyone's rest day, you know, because at this point we had drank for 3 days. Everyone was fucking exhausted and dead. So I had made plans to meet 2 of my online friends from Discord near where he was staying, so I wouldn't have to take the train or whatever. So they came and met me, and we went to a burger restaurant, and then after that we went to go get boba tea. And then we randomly saw dogs next to the boba tea place, and they were so cute, even though one got shitted on. You can probably see in the video, he has poop on his fur. But yeah, that was cute. And then after that, I went home. I think I like was cleaning up all my stuff while my friend and at this point my roommate had gone to the airport because he went home a day early. So my friends went to get dinner and I just stayed at home because I had just eaten and got all my shit together because my shit was everywhere. And then they came back. We ended the night watching the Grammys, which took forever. And then I went to go hook up with someone. But this person lived all the way in Brooklyn. So I took an Uber to go see them. This was my ride back home. It was like probably 1 a.m. at that point. I also decided to take a video of his apartment building, which was like super giant, but super nice. And this was pretty much the last clip of me in New York. You can see I have no life left in my eyes. And I am dead. Went to sleep the next morning. Obviously went to the airport at like 8, 9-ish a.m. The flight was at 10. Got back at 1 a.m. So yeah, I got back at 1 a.m. Not 1 a.m. 1 p.m. yesterday. And I took this in the Uber literally home. I did not take any footage of the travel home because, we've all seen it before and I was just tired. I also had an aisle seat, so I couldn't film anything out the window. But yeah, that is everything that happened in New York. All right, bye.